Good morning, and welcome to another edition of Talk That Tech. The
Number one tech morning show in the world. Good morning.
Good morning. We are back at it again with another episode for you. We just want to say thank you so much for rocking with us on this episode. If you, by any means, shape, way, form, are enjoying any of the conversations that we have, go ahead and let us know. You can like, comment, and subscribe in the channel, of course. And if you do comment, by the way, we always try to shout you out towards the end. And thank you for commenting as well. Now, this is a call-in show too. So as we go through different topics, you'll definitely be able to call in and let us know your thoughts and opinions, as we definitely want to be able to support that. And yeah, that is pretty much the lowdown before we go down. And before we do that, just also let you know, this is a call-in show. So if you want to call in and share your thoughts about any of the topics that we're covering today, you are free to do so. The link will be dropped as we begin to talk about the subject at hand. And so with that, I'm going to dive into the first subject. I'm going to pass over to Trey to talk about this AWS outage. Were you impacted? If so, let us know. Here we go.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of people impacted, a lot of businesses, etc. And so this was the AWS outage. And you have one data center that brought down a whole lot of the internet. And so we're going to go ahead and jump into that. So here's a quote. A building in Virginia got too hot and millions of people suddenly couldn't make trades. And that's basically what happened. So Amazon Web Services, AWS, the money maker for Amazon, reported major operational issues that impacted platforms like Coinbase and FanDuel, right? So you have these huge monster companies. And obviously, when you're a large corporation or you're just top notch, top tier, you spending big money to make sure your stuff stays up and running. And yeah, sometimes things happen. And so just so y'all know, this was actually not caused, it was not a cyber attack. It wasn't ransomware, it wasn't hackers or AI. It was a cooling system failure. Now, y'all know they talk a lot about these cooling systems when it comes to these places. And yeah, this is why. Okay. So here's what happened. AWS, they had overheating issues in its US East 1 region. And that affected the affected data center is actually located in Northern Virginia. So I think that's a pretty cool place in general, maybe. I don't really know. Maybe it gets a little warm there, but thinking the cold time, it's really cold. Y'all have to let me know. But AWS, they had to reroute traffic and bring more cooling online, and the outage actually stretched into a second day. Now, when it comes to the fallout, Coinbase went offline for about 7 hours. So that means all the trading, the transfers, and the exchange activity stopped. FanDuel, y'all know these people out here fiending to make these bets. Well, users couldn't cash out bets. So you might have won and you're sitting there like, man, I can't even cash out. FanDuel, y'all doing me dirty. And what if it was your first time winning? Now you think FanDuel is a scam. Either way, you found out, couldn't cash out nothing. CME Group, they reported trading platform issues. And then other cloud connected services also impacted as well. So it was bad. Okay. And now here's the bigger story though. Okay. This is a single point of failure problem. So a physical building failure disrupted a huge, like major platforms and financial platforms at that. That's money. You messing with people's money, they're gonna get you up out of there. So the modern internet infrastructure is heavily concentrated. That's what we basically found out here. And here's the bigger piece here. So everyone's talking about the AI risk and cyber threats. Those are huge for sure in their own right. But some of the biggest disruption is still some of the basic physical infrastructure stuff that's going on, like cooling systems, electricity, networking hardware. This is all stuff that they're talking about. And we hear them talk about it, but we just think they're just bringing it up, like, oh, okay, you're talking about electricity again. Just make sure mine don't go out, right? But at the end of the day, these are huge problems when it comes to this stuff, and we just witnessed it. So, AWS, Microsoft, Azure, and Google Cloud, they dominate that cloud infrastructure in that space, and so huge parts of the internet actually run a small number of providers, which I mean, it kind of happens often. We see that like a big part of something is ran by like a very small, concentrated space. But obviously, when stuff happens, that can create some super seismic risk and activity. So yeah, y'all, uh, AI infrastructure dramatically increasing that power and cooling demands. Data centers are consuming way more energy than ever. And yeah, the infrastructure strain is more likely going to happen more and more often and more times as they now try and scale AI. And so just so y'all know, I don't know if y'all remember, but this is the second major AWS outage in like 7 months. And y'all know we talked about it the last time as well, but a DNS outage back in October of 2025, and that lasted 15 hours and the internet went crazy. So yeah, it affected over 2,500 companies, and the damage that they tally up this economic damage as well reached about $1.1 billion, and that was 15 hours. So we'll see what goes on this time. So either way, by the way, y'all, on that career side, y'all know we like to talk about that. But if you're entering cloud engineering, DevOps, or like site reliability, this is the exact kind of incidents and stuff that companies care about. And that multi-regional redundancy, disaster recovery, and infrastructure resilience. So yeah, bottom line, y'all, this is a reminder that the internet is not magic. All right. Behind every cloud platform is a physical building somewhere. And yeah, they're trying to make sure this stuff stays up.
Yeah, man. I was actually looking into this story, y'all. And go ahead if you want to us know your thoughts in the chat. Definitely do that. Like you mentioned, Coinbase, FanDuel, just some that were affected, but also Suno apparently was affected by this. Clubhouse, Epic Games. There's a few others that were impacted by this event. And so, and there's some of that report from CNBC. I was listening to them talk about it, and they were trying to figure out like what way can we handle this keep this from happening again. And people were suggesting like having portions of the business with AWS, another portion with Google Cloud, and it's just kind of like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
there's the best thing that can be done is for the infrastructure to be really resilient to a lot of these different things. Because at the end of the day, they're huge players. There's huge players at play. Now we always look at the opportunities, and one of the opportunities that I feel like I'm always beating on this drum, but it kind of goes back to the fact that we don't just need people that have technical roles. We need people that can do HVAC, plumbing, all these other different stuff
Mm-hmm.
that are really ready to go and prepared to help these companies when they need it. Because, like it was said, it wasn't a cyber attack; it literally overheated.
Yeah.
and that was the 15 hours. This was 2 days. This is from the the 7th to the 8th. This whole situation, and so the amount of money that was people that were impacted by this and businesses like if you this is the NBA season. So if you're on FanDuel, for example, and you hit your parlay, and then all of a sudden you can't get your money out, you're like, what's going on, right?
Man, scamming.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of customer issues, especially when the Knicks won. For those who are go New York, go New York, go. But like a lot of things are gonna be affected. But think like your money's being affected, people are not gonna be happy about that. And Coinbase, of
Especially not
course,
that money.
especially not the money. And so that's another thing there, right? Too. And I want to ask y'all, were you ever impacted by outage? The last time I know Uber wasn't working, there was challenges with ordering like cabs and taxis the last time when this happened. And so if you were ever impacted by the AWS outage directly, would love to hear your thoughts on this. And I think we talked about the last outage that they had, but y'all let us know your thoughts on this. We definitely want to hear from you because this is one of those things where just like just a reminder that the ecosystem is fragile. The
Man,
ecosystem is fragile.
man, no, that's for real. You better take care of it. You treat me nicely, handle me softly. That's what it's saying. In fact,
Yeah,
keep me cool. That's what it's really saying. I
yeah,
need
and
to
it's
stay
interesting because
cool.
yeah, no, exactly, and this is gonna require more energy, and depending
Mm-hmm.
on where these data centers are and things of that nature. They're also thinking about doing a bunch of different other stuff too. I saw this online somewhere where they're actually looking to, and it's not for the same type of data centers, but they're trying to even have homes become data centers where they're actually paying people that have homes
Yeah,
to
yeah,
basically have like these mini data centers, which is gonna be interesting because depending on how you have it, you want to hide that, you know what I mean, versus somebody coming around and be like, hey, let me break in here and try to grab this thing. But like they would pay people who have houses to basically own it. We got Tech Coach Ralph in the building. He said, "Do you think these companies should have some redundancy set up? Although it's AWS's fault, would you care as a customer? As a customer, you don't. As a customer, you don't, because the customer, you're like, hey, what happened to my parlay? Where's my crypto? Where's my crypto? Where's my wallet? What happened to my wallet? If you're Coinbase,
man. I was thinking about that the other day. What is that? We had some family members in town and stuff, and so um, I was like, oh, again, you think about, oh, what's easy, what's quick, and it's pizza. But then
Mm,
I went to this Sam's Club over here, and I'm waiting in line. Like I don't go often, and so I put it in on the app, right? Because I'm like, oh, if I put it on the app, I can just go scoop it up and I'm out. I'm sitting there, bro. It's been, I don't know, 15 minutes, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? So then I hop in the line. No, actually, before I hop in the line, I'm standing at the second window. They got two sides. And I'm like, yo, I'm here. What do I need to do? But the dude is not able to come because it's like two people in the back. Speed the story up for you.
mm,
I was
yeah.
talking to this lady right next to me, and she's like, yeah, I wouldn't order online because you normally just get it faster through the line. I'm like, what's the point in doing all that? I get in the line, and the dude, you got the glass and you can just kind of see
Yeah.
him and talk. I was like, hey
Totally.
man, I ordered this like 25 minutes ago. What do I need to do to get it? He's like, hey, it's just me back here. And I'm saying this story because the customer, they don't care about none of that. Like,
Yep.
I didn't care what was going on. All I wanted to know is, what do I need to do? Do I need to be in this line, that line? What do I need to do to get my pizza? I don't
Hmm.
care about, and I'm not saying that I didn't care that he was the only one there and that he was, working it by himself while the person was on break. I'm not saying I didn't necessarily care about that, but at the end of the day, all I wanted
Customer.
was the answer. I didn't need all the extracurriculars, the why behind. I don't care. I just want
Hmm.
my pizza. Um, Now I was okay, but it did take me 30 minutes to get that pizza when I could have just. I saw people leaving out of the line before me, and I was there before them, and
Yeah.
so anyway, no, the customer does not care. You know what I mean? They don't care.
No, yeah, and I remember that story I talked about a couple of weeks ago where I was just like,
Yeah, yeah. With
I was
not
working
the
at,
barbecue, but the black owned
yeah,
business.
the barbecue, yeah, the barbecue
Yeah,
spot. I passed by there a couple of times today. I'm like, you ain't going back.
you ain't getting my money
But
no more.
listen, I'm gonna go to Techo Ralph's comment just now, but that's exactly the same thing I was gonna say. Is like at the end of the day, how can you solve this problem for me? And this even hurts you
I
because you try to
did,
like do your due diligence and order online. Like you try like, I'm gonna be smart about this and order ahead.
bro.
When you get there, people order, leave, and you're just like,
Bro,
"Am I
because I'm
shoplifting?"
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, okay, if I got the app saying it's being made or whatever, then it's
I
going
was
it's
angry.
going I was hungry, but but also I'm trying to get the pizza back. Uh but it's not updating. And I'm seeing the dude, I'm like, yo, okay. Now I'm being nice. Let me go up there and see what's going on. Yo, that's a
Oh,
fact.
man.
It's Tech Coach Ralph. He said Trey complained about 30 minutes when Joseph waited 3 hours. No, that's a fact. Joseph, I would have for sure. I would have had to go live. I would have had to go like, what is
Oh
black
man.
people? Y'all, we need to do better. This don't make no sense. It's been 3 hours. I'm right out here on 7th, and I don't know how y'all streets set up. I would have had to go live.
Oh
I would
man.
have had 3 hours. Is crazy.
It was long. It was long. If you guys didn't check that episode, go back a couple weeks. Check
Yeah,
it
yeah,
out.
no, yeah. I was complaining at 30 minutes, bro, because I got places to be.
Yeah. Well, let me go to this comment from Tech Coach Ralph. He said, having multi-cloud redundancy is really hard to switch over, especially when it comes to databases. And that's, I believe you. I believe you because AWS, like looking at the notes, they tried to reroute traffic
Mm-hmm.
to bring more cooling online, but it was tough, man. You know, like you said, Trey, Coinbase was out for 7 hours.
Yeah,
You know, at FanDuel impacted. Like it was a lot of stuff. You know, from that one incident for sure. So yeah, but I mean that's tough. That's tough. You know, to handle with, especially like probably when it happened, it probably would took them off guard and to try to figure it out. Like how do we bounce
yeah.
back from this?
Could you imagine you kicked up, eating popcorn, eating all this stuff, making goo gobs of money, and then all of a sudden some go, oh, what's going? Fire
What's
alarm!
happened?
Your best dude is in there on the toilet. You're like, come on, man, we got. No, it's crazy. I know it caught him off guard though, for sure.
Yeah, for real, for real. Tech Coach Rob says, I'm curious if AWS has missed it in monitoring or if they saw it, but things they tried wasn't working. Maybe,
Mm,
yeah. I think they probably try to offsuit it, but like when it comes to cooling, sometimes that when it gets overheated, you gotta give it time. Like even like I'm just thinking in
like the
layman's terms,
phone.
like your phone, especially in the summertime. Exactly, Trey. You're driving using it as a GPS, and all you see is that you see that thermostat. And you're like, ah, oh, darn. You take it, you put it by AC. If you're like me, you're holding it while you're driving, or you put it down where someplace it can cool down, and you just gotta wait until it comes back.
Yeah,
And so I'm just thinking like this situation with something that's large overheats, you gotta get you gotta wait till it's time to get it to cool down. So, and I think that moving things around was them trying to solve it.
yeah.
OCCO said for go ahead. Do you say something?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because he said for 3 hours y'all better have Mr. Tendonism in the house making my food.
No, for
Mr.
real.
Tendonism.
And
How
I better get a photo too. Hey, I
yeah.
need that photo.
Keith Lee is like, where's my photo?
Shoot, bro.
That's so
Yeah,
true.
3 hours.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tech Coach Ralph said what we just said, what we said earlier, and totally agree. It's like HVAC trade still needed. Apparently, like there's absolutely needed,
Mm-hmm.
because that right there is has to be close to 2 billion, if not a little bit lower. Because we talked about the one before, 15 hours, right? That was
Yeah,
about 1 billion. So this one is 2 days.
yeah,
I mean, it's estimated at 1.1 billion. Um, for the last one, that was the last one. Yes, this one, who knows? Who knows?
numbers, doing
Yeah,
numbers.
that one had numbers for sure. So y'all, listen, we definitely appreciate it. Go ahead if you want to share some more comments, put it in the comment section, and we'll definitely dive in and talk about it. But we're gonna switch over to the Tech Wire, and if you're not familiar with the Tech Wire, basically the Tech Wire is a moment where we talk about different upcoming tech events, what's going on, everything of that nature, and then we dive into other topics. But let's draw real quickly here. I'm on securethebadge.com. That's what sponsors this portion of the show. Again, go to securethebadge.com and see what upcoming events that we have. Now, we in the month of May, so there's quite a few different events. They have Pitch Black Conference, Women in Tech Global Conference is coming up. Philly's Tech Week is coming up, as well as what happened last week is AI Agent Conference. And you could just check them all out on the website. And if you want to even look further up, you can look into June because there's New York Tech Week that's happening the beginning of June. There's STEM Noir that's happening. Run the World Summit also is happening. Atlanta Tech Week is happening the following time from the 8th to the 13th. So definitely check that out at securethebadge.com. You could join the community there as well. The community has opportunities for not only speaking applications, but also free tickets to events. So definitely check it out for yourself, because if this is something that you're interested in, it's a great opportunity, a great place to go. And with that being said, that was a Tech Wire. I want to go to this comment real quickly, and then we're going to talk about our weekend. But Tech Coach Ralph says, what kind of liability falls on AWS on these outages? Remember Delta sued CrowdStrike? That is a great question.
Yo, that's crazy. It was a good question. I started typing in while you was going. Apparently, see, that's why you gotta have your paperwork right. Apparently, not as many as you think, because they said when companies use AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud, they agree to service level agreements, SLAs. And it says those contracts heavily limit the cloud provider's liability, meaning AWS usually doesn't pay for your lost business revenue. They don't cover trade loss, not reimbursing customer damage at scale, and they usually only provide service credits. So if your $1 billion platform goes down for hours, you might get a small percentage discount on your next AWS bill, but that's about it.
Wow.
So yeah, they got them heavy duty lawyers in there, like, hey, make this ironclad.
Exactly. You're like, oh, we'll give you a discount on it.
Yeah, cloud.
I think about your situation. Yeah, I think about your situation, Trey. Like, you go for the pizza, like, I'm sorry, we don't got your pizza, brother, but when you come in next time, 10% off. It's like, I'm not coming back next time.
Nah. Let me go to a place look, y'all pizza is good, but let me just go to a place that specializes in pizza and keep it going. But
y'all even have Mr. Tenderism in the back there. Not no more. So I'm out of here.
Yeah, CrowdStrike, they was I guess they were still operating on their agreements from when they first started, and they probably found that loophole, Delta. But I don't know.
Also, Tech Coach Ralph says it's a good scheme because the setup is on you. AWS could say you should have set up redundancy. You choose to use US East 1.
Oh man.
Oh,
I didn't even think about that part.
Killing me softly.
I mean, painful. Imagine that. You got to set it up, and we got all the protection against you. And by the way, you're the one who picked the site as well. You should have been thinking about that.
Take a process. Sam's like, we know you're coming back for these $9 extra large pizzas.
Yo, it had been a couple of years. I said these things is $9 for the 4 meat. Pause. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm coming. I definitely said I'm still coming back after I bid it. Oh, yo, that's good. I'm going back, but I'm gonna do it different next time. Because for and it was $9, bro. It was $9, and it had all the extracurriculars on there. I was like, hey, y'all got something. What I've been sleeping on?
Now I gotta look this up. I never heard of Sam's Pizza before. Is there like a chain specifically in like?
No, bro. Like, oh, I forgot. Maybe you in a different area. So we got Sam's Clubs and we have Costco's. The
Sam's Club
is
okay.
Sam's Club is just closer to me.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I know about Sam's Club. I never had the pizza before. I grew up on pizza. I can't get
see, okay. Costco copy Sam's Club. How about that?
Okay.
Shout out to Sam Walton, man. He say thank you to Sam for actually, I have no clue. Costco could have been around, and then Sam was like, "Yo, we got Walmart, but Costco is killing it on this other side over here."
I think that's what happened.
I have no clue.
Oh, really? What happened.
Yeah, I literally have no idea.
Yeah, I think actually no, you're right. Sam's Club opened up in 1983. In the same year, Costco warehouse opened up September of the same year. So April.
Oh, see, so they saw the greatness of Sam Walton and was like, yo, this is our chance to ride off of Sam's coattails with Walmart.
Yeah, but Price Club opened in 1976 and later merged with Costco.
I was about to say they didn't make it.
Yeah. Price Club. Yeah, they didn't make it. But they were there. The original idea. They merged with Costco, and the rest is history, as they say. So yeah, but
Tech
like,
Coach Ralph said Costco may have had the pizza first.
oh, really? Yeah, if I had pizza first, Costco hot dogs are still $1.99. That's right, $2.
Well, oh yeah.
For
So
these
see, I ain't going there
abnormally
then.
large hot dogs.
I ain't going there. I saw on the menu Sam's Club hot dogs is 150 with the drink.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think it is
Mm-hmm.
150. I think it is
I bet.
150
Yeah,
at Costco.
they trying to copy off Sam's Club, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Listen, I gotta check out
If
Sam's
you
Club.
if they copying, then they doing something. You're doing something right. So that's all good.
Yeah. Well, I I have no experience with Sam's Club. I'm in Costco. Oh, I can say no experience, but I grew up a Costco kid, like
Oh, okay.
young, just
Yes, I
like
did.
in the aisle. So it holds a special place in my heart. I don't know how I feel
That's
about the
hilarious.
rotisserie chicken anymore. They're like
Ah.
they're cheap and I'm normally large, and I'm like, why it got more muscles
Injecting.
than me? It's just
They
jacked.
injecting them joints.
It's just like, ugh. I'm like, oh gosh. All right, let me think about this.
Mm-mm.
I'll let me think
Yeah.
about this.
Them roids.
Yeah,
You
Roy
got you
chicken.
go get drug tested for the job. You're like, oh no.
Yeah, he's
It
like, how
was
do
the
we get on
chicken.
Glizzy? Well, basically, talking about Costco and Sam's Club. Oh man, well, speaking about Glizzies, how was your weekend? OTTO and everybody else in the
Whoa.
chat, let us know. Let us know, man.
Yeah,
Let us know.
how was the Mother's Day weekend, man?
Good job.
Happy belated Mother's Day to all
Yes.
the others. But yeah, no, mine was pretty good, bro. It was that Saturday. I actually, what did I do Saturday? I'll have to come back and think about that.
Mhm.
But the weekend was solid. I do know that. Um yeah, I really can't think what happened Saturday.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's what it was. I'm like, I
mhm.
did something. We went to a birthday party. And so we went to this place called Round One and had the karaoke and then bowling after that. And so yeah, so that was good. And then Sunday we went to church and then um, we all went over my parents' home and had a good time eating, you know, and
Mhm.
all of that and all the festivities. Did some barbecue. Yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
solid. Ate good. Was super full. Probably shouldn't have did that because today I think it rained yesterday, but today I think I'm supposed to be going to play a little golf. You know, but we'll see. But
Oh
yeah,
boy.
so it was good. Might be a little heavy out there, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna still get it done. But yeah, how
Yeah,
was
man.
yours?
Yeah, no, it was mostly work on Saturday, but
Yeah.
on Monday, oh, not today's Monday, but on Sunday, I was able to
Hmm.
get some flowers. Took a picture for one for my mom because she's not in town. So I said, "Hey, I got some flowers for you," and then I got some flowers for my wife. And
Oh yeah.
the Saturday, he's so my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law spent some time with the kids over here, and it was cool. We just yeah, we just basically kind of did that for the weekend, and then I took a huge nap on Sunday because I was like, it was a long weekend. Woke
It
up,
was
I'm
like
like, oh
forget all
man, it
y'all.
was nighttime.
Oh, that
Gotta
kind of
go back
nap.
to bed.
You took that kind of nap. You took that kind of nap. You wake up, you like, oh, I missed the school bus.
Yeah, yeah.
then, then you
Like, what day
realize,
is
like, wait a minute. I'm 30.
it?
And
What
it's
day?
Sunday.
And it's Sunday, nobody outside. I was like, man, I gotta go back to bed. So I ended up staying up a little bit and I watched the Kevin Hart roast. And
Oh, I didn't realize that was out
I won't
yet.
say too much because I'll let people watch it on their own, but it has it gets better as they go. It gets better as it goes. I'll just say that much. That Coach Ross to the devil was on vacation in South Florida, but I went back to hell because it was too hot down here. He said it was too
God,
hot
dog.
in South
Nah,
Florida.
man.
I can imagine.
They said it was eight. They said it was going to be 81 yesterday. It never hit 81. It was
Really?
overcast and raining and like wind blowing. So I don't know. You can't even just look at the weather here. Like you have to go hour by hour or area by area, look at your weather app. Because if you dressing for what it says it's going to be right now, it
Mm-mm.
ain't going to happen.
Yeah, this weather has been scary. I mean, I literally this is my transitional season vest. Like I have one more like this. I literally wear these until it's like either hot or it's like straight up cold, like in the winter, because I'm not getting sick again. That's how I thought. It's like literally last couple of weeks it was like hot. People were like, oh my gosh, and then all of a sudden now it was like this morning it was like 30 something, well 40 something, 40,
Oh
50 something
no,
like. Yeah, it's just like huge dips, and I'm like, man, that's how people get sick.
it
And I ain't
is.
trying to do it again. I ain't trying to do it again. Man, let us know how your weekend went, y'all, in the chat. It's a lot of definitely want to hear from you on that one. A lot going on for sure. And we want to hear from you. That's what it is. Man, but we want to talk to you about this. We talked to you about Anthropic before. They've been doing a lot of different things going on with them, but specifically, they have been making some things shake. And so we're going to talk about it right now when it comes to Anthropic and I can't even pronounce Akamai. Correct me in the comments if you know how to spell that or pronounce that, I should say.
I don't know either. It looks like Akamai or
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Akamai, and we could talk about it because it's very interesting. I'm reacting to it live, so as I'm telling you this, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, really?" So let's dive into it. So Anthropic basically they signed a $1.8 billion deal with Akamai, and here's what's wild. You know, you probably may not be like me and like I never heard the company before, but if you do know about the company, you know it's a company that makes websites load faster. And now they're powered with AI. So Anthropic has signed that $1.8 billion computing deal with the cloud service provider and to meet surging demand for AI software. And the contract represents the largest deal in Akamai's history, according to Yahoo. The deal is a 7-year cloud computing agreement to expand AI infrastructure for cloud amid rising demand. So they initially announced it during earnings, calling the partner a leading frontier model provider without naming names, of course. But Bloomberg confirmed it was Anthropic, citing people familiar with the matter, basically kind of shared more about it. The market was crazy, though. Because of that, the stock gained 27% on that announcement alone. So why is Anthropic going to Akamai instead of just using AWS or Google? While Anthropic has deep ties with the giants like Amazon and Google, this partnership suggests this is what we talked about just before, diversification strategy aimed at securing the massive amounts of processing power required to maintain performance as its user base scales. So as they grow, they want to find other options so that things don't happen like it's happening right now with a bunch of different people. And Tech Coach Ralph said you said it right. He said they've been around forever.
Akamai. Yeah, I'm looking. They have. Sad.
And then and so in regards to basically essentially a demand for cloud is growing faster than any single provider can keep up with. And this is across the board. A bunch of different businesses are actually switching over from chat to cloud. And so how fast? Anthropic CEO basically said that the company experienced 80x growth in annualized revenue and usage in Q1 of this year. And Anthropic's annualized revenue has grown from approximately 9 million in late 2025, so a couple months ago, to a reported 30 billion run rate. I'm gonna say it one more time. A couple months ago, 900 million. Fast forward, we're in May now, about 30 billion is expected run rate. Talk about this is an insane time to be alive, man. This is an insane time to be alive. So here's the angle. The deal is a single flare for where the industry is going. For years, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud have held a virtual monopoly on the infrastructure required for AI, but this partnership creates a new dynamic in the cloud hierarchy. So companies are now racing to diversify their compute, which means opportunities for engineers, cloud architects, and even sales and partnership folks to get in the game, right? And so we see this with CoreWeave, Lambda Labs. These names are becoming increasingly important in today's marketplace. So if you're transitioning into tech right now, understanding AI infrastructure, not just the models, but the pipes and everything that happens to it in HVAC, as we just talked about, this is definitely something that you want to dive into. I'm gonna go in the comment section real quickly, and I'm gonna pass it over to Trey to share his thoughts. But Tech Coach Ralph says Anthropic, although being fearmongers, are cornering the software development industry. Yeah, that's a
That's what
good
it
point.
sounds like.
That's a good point. And he said Claude went down for a few hours a week ago, and it felt like an AWS outage for developers. Wow. So that shows you how important they are. That shows you how important. Tech Coach Ralph said, met some of my coworkers, was like meeting neighbors after a hurricane. Are you good? Do you need anything?
Oh,
Can I get you some
man.
water? No, just the cloud. Just cloud went down for a little bit.
No, that's
I'm good.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I bet though. Yeah, man. No, this is it's crazy because that's why it's good to expose yourself to different sides of industries and stuff like that, man. Because Tech Coach Ralph is right, man. They've been around forever, and just last month, I'm talking about April 14th, the stock was at $88. Right now, it's at 147. You know, and that's a
Wow.
big jump. That's a big jump. And yeah, like you also mentioned, that's a long-term deal, which we love. We love here. We love when we can get a long-term deal so we can see our money on down the road. And so that's great for them because that's a huge player, and other people are coming behind them, and they already have clients. So yeah, it's really interesting to see on that side. The other side of it is, I think the bottleneck might still be compute availability, though, like and all that kind of stuff, because that's still going on. And so like all these companies that do have access with that and access on the infrastructure side, those are gonna be the ones on top. So I don't know. We'll see, but I do like this. I haven't seen what all they do and how they make these websites faster, or if they're just like, yo, you plug us in, anything you put on there is gonna be faster. I don't know if that's how it is, but on the outside, looks like a great deal to me.
Yeah, time will tell. I'm looking at a little bit about, they reported, I think it was in 2024, they're reportedly around $3.4 billion in revenue. And so, and that was just 2024. So now imagine how much they're going to grow, especially with this announcement. So definitely interesting to see for sure. Tech Coach Ralph also says these are the type of companies to look into. What they do and cater projects and portfolios to using these technologies. That's definitely a good point. In fact, let me drop that link uno más, because this is a very interesting topic that I'm not too sure if everybody can't, may or may not know about. But like what you said, Trey, like finding those particular companies that they may not be in the headlines, they may not be the shiny new toy, whatever, but they've been going around for a while doing their business in the cut in silence. What do they say about lasagna? Real G's moving silent. Real G's moving silence like lasagna. So that's exactly what's happened with these guys. They make it faster by caching server side in different regions. Okay.
Yeah. So it's what I was reading as well, as they were saying, possibly on the other side, as that you can think about, is these companies like Akamai, CoreWeave, Lambda Labs. They're saying like these companies are becoming strategic assets inside of other companies as well. Like, you can structure it right. So
around since 1998.
Yeah.
Many people on this call might not have been alive.
That's crazy. That's
when
crazy.
when they started, and it's amazing to see how these companies develop over time. Because if we look at Nvidia, I remember we talked about this the other day. They were founded in '93, and their CEO and founder Jensen had a very popular clip out of him saying years ago, I didn't remember what year it was, but it definitely was back in the day, how when companies progress, he's like, listen, we don't do the fastest one there. We just keep innovating, we just keep going. And look at NVIDIA now, household name. But they have been around for almost 30, what's been exactly 33 years, you know.
Yeah, man. You
So
got to
it
see
tells
it
you
before you see it.
vision, vision, and vision for the longevity. Absolutely, absolutely. Techo's Ralph also said, so if we're in the same region and I went to the site for the first time, it will load for you faster when you go to it. It will load for you
I like it.
faster.
I like it. So that so like basically he was putting them all together. So if you read it all together just to make it make sense, he said, excuse me, Akamai, they make it faster, websites faster by caching server side in different regions. So if we're in the same region and I go to your site for the first time, it's gonna load faster for you when I go to it because we're in the same region and it's loading on that side. And so he
Mhm.
said they work a lot with caching to meet SLAs.
Mm. Yeah, and this is the perfect timing. And he's mentioned also that AWS version is CloudFront. I believe that's what they call it. Also, Nvidia would have been okay with gaming, which was like one of their first things that they were doing, but
Hmm.
crypto fell into their lap, which then led to AI. So it's amazing how you can make a
Yeah,
pivot and all of a sudden you're like a number one player in something.
numbers,
Ti-
numbers.
Yeah, yeah, and
But
timing.
but
Yeah.
so you got timing, right? You got timing, but then you also have to keep your eyes open and peeled and be open to the idea. Sometimes, these companies and even us as regular individuals out here in these streets,
Yeah.
you see something or you hear something, and because you don't know it or because it's foreign to you, then you kind of just like, I'm gonna stay in this lane over here because I know it, and it's easy. But all the growth comes in, the stuff that you don't know and actually
Mm,
looking into it. So even if you don't do it, it's just good to even see and just, hey, what does that look like over there? Okay, how does this fit into the product? And then next thing you know, it's doing numbers, or you can miss out, which also happens. And there's nothing
yeah.
wrong with that. You got to be okay with it though. Like when another company says yes and you said no first, and they, on the mega yacht, and you sitting here
Mm.
on the pool
Sailboat.
boat, yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be
Paddleboat.
okay with that decision. You got to be okay with it, because when you're not, then you end up, 6 feet under because you did something. So, um, yeah. Tech
Yeah,
Coach
check
Ralph
those routes
said
or something.
gamers feel like Nvidia turned their backs on them. Wang said, "Bye, Felicia." Yeah, nah, they like, man, what is this mess? Why?
I loved you before.
Hey,
And like,
man, he like what do you call them? The gold diggers. When they saw
mm.
he saw something on the other side. He's like, hey, that's not turf, that's real grass, and it looks good. That's St. Augustine over there. I see it,
Yeah, man.
and I'm
Yeah.
going. I see it, and I'm going. What
Mm.
old buddy say? I'm never coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I was going your point though. You said something that was really
yeah, yeah, yeah.
good. Like you were talking about, like timing, but really pivoting. That's what I think you were talking about. Really, is like when to like pivot to learn something new because something's changed and making the right direction. Then I
Mm-hmm.
think human nature, we don't like change. It's really hard sometimes for some people to like say, hey, you know what? I need to change X, Y, and Z in order to see this reality. But you're right, the growth happens in the change. Even when physically, our body's like one day we're like, that hurts. You go to mommy and be like, why my legs hurt? She's like, oh, that's growing pains, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple months later, you're like, man, I'm taller. You go through a summer, you come back to school, you're like, everybody looking up to you, like, what's going on? Like, what happened? But it's the reality of it. And I think that I just want to harp on that real quickly because sometimes that could be a case where it's like, nah. And we live in a time where things are changing so quickly that we can't really afford to. You really, yeah. Techo Drop, she said you should always be pivoting. That's true. You should always be pivoting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays we can't even afford to like sit still as much as we used to. Things are changing so much. Like look at gas price. Take gas prices for example. Like that wasn't. It was a $4 or $5 like 3 years ago. It turned from $2-3 like a couple months ago,
Hey,
right?
I did see it. I did see it now, y'all. You know,
Oh, is that,
you don't realize
you
it
guys?
when the change is not big, like, you know, like I said, I don't look at it, but you know, I'm still getting the gas. Well, this time I saw it. It was
Mm.
396,
Oh,
396.
he's still in the threes. Praise God.
Oh yeah, hey man,
Thank the Lord for that, man. Give me
come on over to
396 any
Texas,
day.
man. Texas gonna get you right, bro.
Yeah.
By the by the way, just to go back, I did butcher that movie quote earlier, so it was eating me up.
Oh,
But Harlem Nights. Huang was the white guy on the phone. He's like, Barbara, it's Richie. I ain't never coming home no more. Like, look, I'm out of there.
I keep saying it. I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna watch that
Oh
sometime this
I
week.
forgot. Yeah, you said you had never seen it. Yeah.
Well, I've seen it.
Oh, got you.
But I had to
It's
like.
just been a minute.
It's been like it's one of those shows. It's one of those movies that I watched back in the day when I was younger.
Yeah,
I gotta watch
yeah.
it again, and that's
Yeah,
probably
you'll
should
you'll
rewatch it
catch
again.
all the adult comedy
Yeah,
now
you're like,
now
oh,
for
that's what
sure.
he said. Okay,
Yeah.
back in the day, but like, Techo Ralph made a good point here, by the way. He said nowadays the cost to pivot is so cheap. Back then, if you had to go back to college. Now you can upskill for $10 to a
100%.
few $100s.
Yo,
That's true.
that's 100%, man. And it's
Yeah.
wild because like imagine you did that once a month, like deliberately.
Mm,
At the end of the year, that's what 120 to I don't know, 300 or 500 bucks, and
yeah.
you've learned something that you could stack on, like you know, a big deal that you could stack onto your skills once a month or once a quarter. I don't know. I said once a month, but if it's a big thing, it might be a quarter or whatever. But
Still
still,
good.
if you look at that cost and the value add to your life or somebody else, like, you know, could be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Could be great. Could be great. If you fact, y'all put in the chat, what is something that you want to upskill in this year, that you want to work on, develop? Put it in the chat. Let us know. We definitely want to support you and say, hey, how's it going? Check in with you, see how's it going, and talk about it. Ateco Rao says I was doing work and watching a movie on my Radio Air 4 Pro. Trey might have a
Mm,
new toy to experiment with. Okay.
mm. That I'll have to see on what's going down on that
Yeah.
for sure.
That's interesting. I never seen those glasses before. You know, the Ranios. We talk about
Oh, the Ray Neos.
the Ray-Ban.
Yo,
Yeah, we talked about
not the
Ray-Ban
Ray
before,
Bans.
but these are like $300 for these, I think, on
Yeah,
Walmart compared to us.
I have seen those, bro, and I was thinking about it, but so they fire? That's what he's saying. He's saying they fire?
That's what it sounds like. It looks like it.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I was looking at a few of them, and then, bro, I ain't gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. I saw Apple might release some kind of glasses, and so that kind of halted all. Like I was going down the rabbit hole. I think he probably he might remember me. Y'all might remember me mentioning it here. I was watching all of them because I'm like, man, should I get the AR or should I just get the smart glasses? And then I
Mm,
saw these Ray Neos, and but then I caught wind, and then obviously they still not here. Uh,
mm.
probably not close. Might be 2027 or something. But then I kind of halted because I'm like, I need to see. But I
How does
don't
that
know. I
gameplay
might.
work though?
Oh, bro,
'Cause
I don't know. But
he
it's
said
next level
I gotta ask him because he said he was watching and playing at the same time. I'm like, so is he
because
watching on one side?
nah, dude. Like you can have setups where you look. If you look over here, just like you in your room, and you know
Yeah,
you
yeah,
might
yeah.
have a TV on this wall over here, but
Mhm.
I'm looking at my computer right here, and I can still glance up and watch the movie, but I'm actually working over here. It's the same type of deal, bro. It's
Oh, he said no,
crazy.
not at the same time. He said, "Oh, okay,
Oh, you
okay."
can't do it with the glass. Oh, well, you can do that with the Apple. What are their $3,500 joints? You can do it with
Oh, the
those.
goggles. Oh, those big ones that you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
everybody
yeah. You
saying.
can do that with those for sure.
He said I was
Um,
walking Equalizer on 2 on a 120-inch display. No, I bet because
mm,
it's very immersive. Like you can just see everything right there, right? So imagine the Matrix on that or something else that's a little bit more like or Avatar or something like that. It
yeah,
could
that's
be pretty
crazy.
cool.
Yeah, I might have to download Mortal Kombat 2 illegally and put it on there with the AirPods and just
Right.
nah, I'm playing. I do not condone that. But I do want to go see it though. I need to go see it. I can't go with my wife. She ain't watching
See
any
the
of
see the
that. She
movie.
ain't, yeah, she ain't watching that. She ain't watching none of that. Marvel, none of it. So I
Yeah.
might have to go with my cousin. I'll go with my cousin. We're gonna enjoy it.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, listen, y'all. Let us know if you get a chance to get some radios and what your experience like. Also, let us know what you're upskilling with, man. We want to hear from y'all today. So let us know in the comment section.
What do I want
But
to
right now,
upskill?
huh?
I think this year, man, I want to try and I do want to upskill speaking. And
Mm.
I want to get on some stages and stuff
Ah.
at some point. So yeah, that's if I had to think and choose like, what's on my mind? That's on my mind.
Mm. I gotta think about that to be honest with you. I want to give
I hear you.
more thought. Technical Drop says they have software for Windows and Mac that that have customizable virtual desktop. Got to make a
Mm.
review video.
Oh
Interesting.
yeah, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that one.
Wow. And you probably record it and share. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. All right, y'all. So we're gonna wrap it up right now with the Brown Box Special. If you're not familiar with this is a segment of the show we talk about stories of people that either have fired, got let go, or quit their job. And we are someone I've been there, so we're just talking about situations that are kind of reminiscent of what we've been through. But this person
Mm-hmm.
says I'm really getting close to getting fired. He said this person said I was hired into a branch that I have no experience in embedded software, and after assuring the hiring manager slash senior developer that I would work hard to catch up with the expectations, I genuinely meant that. However, it has been much harder than I anticipated. Yesterday, I had a call with my team and another developer, the one who hired me, and is essentially involved in everything. He's cracked, according to this person. They told me that my performance has been slow, especially during the last sprint, and if I'm ever and I'm very close to getting fired. That's what they said. They're not the ones who make the decision, but they were passing the message along. The cracked one basically told me unofficially, if I want to keep my job, I need to work on my free time. According
Mm.
to him, there was no way both catch up and deliver expected work within the official 8-hour workday. I don't think he's being unreasonable or malicious. He's just a developer after all, and he just wants to protect me. I'm willing to put in the extra time, but the problem is that I'm also a university student. Realistically, I could only manage an extra 2 or 3 hours a day.
Mm.
This sprint messed me up. It's Saturday today, and I have homework due next week, and I won't be able to complete properly because I'm spending the weekend trying to avoid getting fired. I feel like I was hired at the wrong or the worst possible time. The team was already being scheduled. The team already behind schedule. Management is panicking, and I'm expected to deliver at an unrealistic fast pace. I don't like blaming others. Maybe I'm just not learning fast enough, but this still feels off. From the start, it felt too good to be true. Fully remote, good pay, etc. I have a feeling that it won't end well. What are your thoughts on that? I think that it was probably not the right time for him, but
Exactly.
that doesn't mean it was a bad setup in general. I think he needed to
No,
upskill.
I think he was he should have counted up the cost. Like if you got to understand, there's certain spaces you go into, like you need to really be that guy or a girl. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like you can't be half with it. And also, if they hired you on, that means they knew. Like I don't know the situation as far as if he told them he was good and
hmm
he really wasn't, or if they knew going in. If they knew going in that you didn't have that much experience in embedded software, the hiring manager saw enough potential in you to say, hey, I think this guy's going to pick it up quick, or I think he's going to learn it based on what he was saying. Now it's
Yeah.
on you to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
We did our part. We said, hey, we're going to take a chance on you. So it's on him. Like, you got to count up the cost and know, like, man, I got this coming up. I got this to do. Can I realistically, do this?
Yeah. Self-awareness is such a gift. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah. I mean, there
Not a lot
there
of
are
people have
things
it.
that, there are things that, I've been like, oh, you know what? Not gonna be able to do that, because you're looking a little bit further down the line on what you're expecting and what I can give. It's not going to, like, somebody's gonna get that, that low end of the stick.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I think that's low key on him. It's not on the company. And then when you do get that, that notice, then you gotta be like, okay, hey, let me do my thing. I can't go out with y'all. I gotta
Mm-hmm.
learn this. I gotta grow and learn this. So I don't know.
Yeah. OTTO says he needs to join Tech Coach Ralph Patreon
Mm-hmm.
and pay that opportunity cost down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
getting coaching
No, that's
outside of a
real.
job can help a lot. Yeah.
It can help you what we love to call collapse time frames.
Mm. Yep. How quickly can I learn this? By yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Couple months. With somebody else? A week or two.
Yeah. Because they already went through all the hard stuff. Like, oh, actually, you can learn, or you can do this by skipping all of that and just going straight here, and you can get it like that. Well, that just
Mm.
saved you who knows how many, how much time,
Yeah.
because I already went through it. And that's why you're paying.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, listen, y'all, what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and let us know in the chat in regards to, was this the right timing for this individual? And if so, what could he do to get out of this mess? We kind of talked about it already, but definitely want to hear from you. We're wrapping the show now, though. And if you want, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. Definitely appreciate you doing that. And of course, letting you guys know, guys and gals know we appreciate you, especially OTTO and Tech Coach Ralph that both commented on the show today. We thank you so much for commenting and share your thoughts. Always
Oh, yeah, he had
appreciated.
one
Always
more.
appreciated. Say that again.
I said we probably could end with that one. Tech Coach Draft had one more
Oh yeah, he said
comment.
hard to answer what I want to upskill on because I do it every show. I say everyone should be looking to upskill in AI by default. Become an expert in at least one AI platform. It remind you of those
I like it.
commercials now that if you do it, if you do it for 2 months, you'll be unrecognizable. Those. But it's
Yeah.
so true though. You're absolutely true. One AI
Yeah.
platform, become an expert at it. That's the
That's
task.
a good place to start. That's a good place to start for sure.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I think we have somebody jumping on. We got OTTO in the building. What up, OTTO?
Hey, what's going on, brothers?
What's happening?
No, no, I was just hollering at y'all, man. Yeah, I appreciate the show, man. A lot of good moments, a lot of good information, man. As always, man. I just wanted to come on, show love, and like I said, kind of selfishly promote my brother, man. Ralph is an amazing person. Anybody listening is wanting to upskill, and even if you're not upskilling, even if you just want to learn something new, I can personally testify to his coaching, to his program. Like Ralph knows his stuff. He's good at teaching things and breaking things down. Like,
Mm,
you know what I mean? Super simple. So just that's all I want to really say is just, you know what I mean? If somebody's looking to change or do any kind of upskilling, to really look at Ted Coach Rouse. I mean, of course, we're all cool, but outside of that, like just as somebody who is also making transition from another field to tech, like just having that brother in my corner, being able to ask questions to and run things by has made a world of a difference on how I approach things and look at things. So I just want to give that selfish plug to my brother Ralph, man. He really knows his stuff. So if you want to make a change, that's a good place to start, y'all.
Oh man, I love that. And bro, I was trying so hard not to laugh while you were giving your spiel, not at you, but at what Ralph was saying in the comments, man. Oh man. He said OTTO
I just
shows
saw
up
it.
when the party is over. And then he said, I paid him to say that. Bro, I was trying not to. I was like, yo.
Nah, he didn't pay me, man. He paid me in
Yeah.
friendship. If that's what you want to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
But nah, he didn't pay
Yeah.
me, man. That's just from the heart, G. That's it, man. The brother is an amazing person, man. He just, I don't know, the man got a heart of gold, man. So he
100%.
has a knack for teaching, and like I said, I've went through a number of different courses and different things, bro. And Ralph, by far, has to me been able to make things simplified for me and kind of give me that you know what I'm saying, that courage to just jump in and go head first on some stuff, man. So I salute that brother. I salute you brothers, and I'm just happy to be a part of the community, man.
Love it.
Yeah.
No, I love that. It's
Awesome,
always
man.
good to give people their flowers, man. Early.
True. While they can still smell it. Well, with that being said, y'all, we just want to thank you for rocking with us on another episode of Talk That Tech, the
#1 tech morning show in the world. We'll see y'all next week, baby.
yes.